in now. It's been 9 years since our next guests went on their first official date, a day that neither of them would ever forget.
Yeah, what was meant to be the dream date quickly turned into a nightmare for then teenagers Leah and Joe after a catastrophic rollercoaster crash at Alton Towers. Left them with both life-changing injuries.
Yet, despite the tragic circumstance, their relationship overcame the odds, and they join us today, fresh from their honeymoon, with the happy news of their marriage.
Yeah,
Congratulations!
congratulations.
Yeah. How was the honeymoon?
It was amazing.
Yeah, really good.
But it's not like the official honeymoon, really.
No.
That's like a mini-moon.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
I have a mini-moon, Babs.
I didn't know there was such a thing as a mini-moon.
The mini-moon, and then it
Yeah.
gives you an excuse to say to all your friends and family, but we're going to go away on the big honeymoon later.
Yeah.
I love that. How was the wedding? How did it go?
Oh, it was
Amazing. Everything and more that we could have asked for,
Yeah.
like 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Just everything
look
went
at
to
the
plan.
dress. Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness, it's beautiful.
It does feel like... I remember this story like it was yesterday, so it doesn't... 9 years is extraordinary.
Yeah.
It's flown, honestly,
Yeah, it's mad.
hasn't it?
Like, it just seemed like it was yesterday, to be fair, but so much has obviously happened in between, and obviously now we're married.
I can't believe that fatal day, that awful day, was that was the first date that you were on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you even meet? How did it all even happen?
We had, like, mutual friends.
Yeah.
And then Joe started talking to me on Facebook, as they do.
And you were in?
just...
As
yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
Well, those suitors hanging around there.
And then it just kind of went from there, didn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
We went
Pretty
out
much.
for, like, a couple of meals and went to the cinema and things,
Yeah.
and then went to Alton Towers.
Yeah, that was
and-
like his first, like, big outing
Yeah.
together, really, yeah.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the first time you'd met them.
No.
No.
Obviously, we don't want to focus too much on the day because this is a day of, this is a story of happiness and it's a story of, you know, incredible resolve and, like, and friendship.
Yeah.
But what do you remember afterwards and how did the relationship then start to foster, you know, after during your recovery?
I think it were difficult, to be fair. Like,
Yeah.
we've said numerous times, like, if that had probably not happened, we might not have been together now.
Really? Why?
Because things just change and things just get in the way. Like, we were both obviously going to uni, like, would have been living separate cities. Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't know. Only time would have told, wouldn't it? But, yeah.
It were very early days, and I was starting Leeds University in the September, so we would have been, like, miles away from each other, so I don't know if it would have stuck.
Did either of you get to
lasted.
university in the end?
Joe was at uni.
Yeah, I completed mine because I were a year ahead of Leah even starting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think the accident 100% brought us closer together.
Yeah.
Like, we had nobody else that could relate to obviously what we were going through apart from each other.
Sure.
So it was kind of common ground.
When you were going through your recovery, did you actually speak to each other and phone each other and see how you were getting on?
Yeah, so after the accident, we were in the same hospital, so I used to go up and visit him in his bed, and he used to pop down and see me. And
So that's your courtship period.
yeah, in hospital.
You're like, we're waking up going, it was a year again.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah,
We had,
it was
like,
so
Chinese.
weird. Yeah, it was like, but it was so awkward. Like, it was so weird because we were literally starting it fresh, but surrounded by obviously press, parents. Like, it weren't natural.
Physio,
It was
appointments.
strange.
So when did it become natural? Because obviously there would have been a friendship there. You know,
Yeah.
you would have
Yeah.
been bound by this terrible event that happened to you. So, but when did it? You know, you obviously had feelings for each other, but when did it sort of develop into okay, we're just kind of dating now normally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably about 6 months into it, like,
Yeah.
after the accident, because, like, you weren't driving, we couldn't do anything on his own. It were just literally us and his parents in wheelchairs, trying to do his best.
Sure.
So until we had that independence, were probably when it started to become more of a
and then we
relationship.
could just kind of start fresh, really.
It's unbelievable because obviously you lost your left leg, so you was
Yeah.
in a wheelchair. You had severed fingers.
Yeah.
So did you have to, like, learn how to push the wheelchair?
Yeah.
It must have been so difficult.
Yeah, it were. Like, obviously, both my kneecaps were shattered as well,
Yeah.
and then obviously my hand injuries as well. So I remember, like, his first, like, date that we went on when I'd first started driving, and we were
Where did you
pushing this
go?
wheelchair. I think it was like Yorkshire Wildlife
yeah,
Park
we
or
went to
something
Yorkshire
like that. And Leah were like, "How are we going to manage with this wheelchair? Like, we've never done this before. What do we do?" But
We managed it.
yeah, it was sound.
Did
But
Did you find laughter quite early? Because of that.
You had to.
Yeah, right.
I think if you didn't laugh, you'd cry, because your body, both his bodies had changed so much, and we were learning to, like, move on with these injuries. So if we didn't laugh, we would have cried.
It's so true, so true. And I heard Jo, you was a little bit emotional on the big day when she walked down the aisle.
Very emotional.
Yeah.
Didn't you warn him though? Say, if you don't cry,
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not crying when I walk down the aisle, I'm walking the other way.
Yeah. So really, we're all fake. I'd practice. No, I'm joking.
No, is it quite over? I suppose with your family there.
Yeah.
I suppose the whole situation is quite overwhelming, isn't it? in that
Yeah,
moment?
100%. Like, I knew as soon as she walked down, like, I knew her entrance song, I knew the minutes that she were coming in and the bridesmaids were coming in because she'd practiced that many times. But it is, once you see your friends, your family, like, it just, a different emotion kind of just takes over you.
Oh.
I think weddings are emotional anyway.
Yeah.
I love a wedding.
Yeah.
I do.
Did you ever almost feel like it was happening to someone else? It's an out-body experience, a wedding in many ways. isn't
Yeah.
it? Like,
Yeah.
when you get married.
We keep saying, like, we keep watching back videos and
Yeah.
stuff, and we're like, it just doesn't feel like it actually did happen.
No.
I just saw that clip there with all the glitter. How much glitter was there? Who did that glitter drop? That's like a Strictly glitter.
Yeah. We had
That's
two
the
of his
best.
friends do confetti cannons.
Oh, it's so
on his
lovely.
first dance
Yeah.
Yeah, how did he propose?
in Venice. No, yeah, Venice.
Yeah.
Smoothie.
On a gondola.
No.
No,
We'd
how
just
did he
been
do it?
on a gondola.
Yeah.
And then we were just taking pictures, weren't we, like, round Venice. And I had some pictures to take in some outfits. And we went down, like, it's an alley, but I don't want to call it an
Yeah,
alley.
it sounds really seedy. It was like a quiet street.
It's the best line. Drag me down the alley
That's
and then...
nice. That's
No, it
nice.
was like-
Venice
just like a
is full of,
quiet-
like, little streets. We'll call it a little street.
Yeah.
Next to, like, the river. So
You know
they
what,
were really
I
nice.
wouldn't, never be presumptuous to say that we know you guys, but your energy is extraordinary and you are so inspirational to people because
Thank you.
you look into the future.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
You're not defined by what's happened to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
100%.
Doing your thing.
We're very positive people, and I
Yeah.
think we've definitely got the positive out of what's happened.
And you're doing a lot for the air ambulance for the
Yes,
Midlands, which is
yeah.
great, and Limbo as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've just started planning a big charity ball for next year, as
Lovely.
it's 10 years since the accident. So we're going to raise money for the Midlands Air Ambulance, Yorkshire Air Ambulance, and then Limbo Foundation.
Well
Yeah,
done.
what would you say to people? You know, we interviewed Craig McKinley last week, so you know, someone who's lost his limbs. What would you say to people that are going through what you've been through? What at the start of that journey?
It's hard. It's very hard, but you've just got to keep going, and life does get better.
Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you both.
Thank
the
you so
pair.
much, Leah and Jo.
Thanks a
Thank
lot,
you for
Jo.
joining us.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning.